episode 56 of Fist of the North Star. 1 point. The keyword for this episode is going to be power again. This is the third episode. This is one of the best episodes of the anime. The first time I watched Fist of the North Star, this is the episode that I saw and I went, best anime of all time. Really. Like, the first time I was watching the anime, because it keeps getting better and better. Well, essentially, the end of the first part is great. Then you get Ray, and Ray's development. Great. And then you get this, I went, this is too, what the hell? We already had Rao, and maybe you know what we'll get later too. It's crazy. But I want to talk about something specific here. So this is a series within the series, we said, right? So power. What makes you more powerful? Power being this narrative tool. It means something, right? The things that make you more powerful are things we also have in real life that matter to us, so we gain strength in our belief in ourselves, in the objectives that we want to realize. So in the first two videos, with power as the keyword, we said that one, what makes you more powerful is faith, meaning, obsession, what Shin taught. That's essentially part one, okay? In the second one, we said that it's anger, right? So anger makes you more powerful. Here's a quick thing about anger. Essentially what you want to do, because we haven't developed it much, but I do it quickly, we'll develop it later too. You have to control anger. So there's a lot in this anime about, let's say, rage, chaotic anger. So what you have to do is that you have to tame anger. This is kind of like taming your demon. Okay, I won't say much about this now because it's pretty obvious why anger makes you strong, right? Kenshiro says against Juggy that it's one of the core teachings or something of the Hokuto Shinken. So it's pretty obvious, and you get this in a lot of anime. So I won't develop it much, but we said that anger makes you more powerful. Okay, so we have two things. It's like meaning, faith, obsession, and then anger. It's like, in a sense, it's like more obsession. You're so attached that you go crazy, but you have to tame it. Okay. Third, what we get in this episode is love. Love makes you more powerful. This is what Ray tells Yuda. Again, you always have this line, right? Like, what makes you so powerful? And that's exactly what we need to know. What makes you powerful in life? In this episode, Ray tells... this is something that I wondered about for a long time. Concerning Ray with white hair. Is Ray stronger? We don't get an explicit mention of this. Oh, well, like 𝚿𝚎𝚅 says, oh, his hair is all white, and then Tokyo, of course, does the technique and so on. But let's say the allies, if I may call them, the side of the protagonist, right, doesn't say that with that technique. Well, it's not the technique necessarily that made him stronger, but I was wondering whether healthy Ray before fighting against Rao, let's say, was more or less strong than that Ray with white hair. And actually there is a pretty explicit line, because Yuda says that Ray is stronger than ever. Well, you may think that that's because it was in the past a long time ago, but no, like, Ray answers that what makes him that strong is his love for Mamiya. Okay, so love is something that makes you stronger. But, problem. What about Kenshiro? He didn't love Yuria before Yuria gets captured by Shin? Does love really... And we always talk about how Kenshiro being too gentle basically nerfs him. So, how does that make sense? I think we talked about this in the episode 52, Eternity. There is a difference between Hokuto and Nanto. The different men have different fates. Shin was stronger thanks to his love for Yuria. And Ray is also stronger thanks to his love for Mamiya. So that's like Nanto being the body, right? It's more mundane, let's say. So that could make you stronger. But Shin couldn't be stronger than Kenshiro at the end, but Ray is like, has peak strength, right? Because there is some transcendence, as we talked about it before, in his love for Yuria, for Mamiya. right? Because a woman can pass to the next generations the tale of the brave man who fight for a noble cause, but Shin didn't have that. So Shin wasn't that. That's this idea of eternity is the bit of chaos within the Nanto order that made Rei super strong. But Kenshiro can't do that. Kenshiro, so love cannot make Kenshiro stronger. It's faith, and possibly anger, but responsibility. The code of the Hokuto Shinken, love, because Kenshiro is the Hokuto Shinken, so that's the martial art of chaos. It's this responsibility that's above, which is why the Hokuto Shinken is the strongest, invincible martial art, especially compared to the Nanto Seiken.